Hello, friends. Glenda Mollett here, and welcome to my craft room. It is Monday. Oh, Lord, Monday. January the 27th, and I am back and stamping with you this morning. We are going to stamp a really cute card using the Terrific Toadstools bundle, which includes the stamp set and a punch. Not our usual offering of a bundle, but it works and it's cute and I'm going to have fun. Hopefully show you a couple of tips and tricks. I was just over in Facebook getting things up so I can see comments as people show up. Okay, there we go. Itchy nose this morning. Doesn't that mean I'm going to kiss a fool? Who knows? Superstitions. Okay, wow, what a whirlwind weekend that was. Try to say that 3 times in a row real fast. Wednesday night, I had my BOGO event. Thursday night, I was live. Friday night, I had the second part of my BOGO event. Saturday, I had an all-day online event that my Silver Sisters and I put on 3 or 4 times a year for our teams, and that was number 15. Man, we've been doing them a long time, and it's so... Good morning, Lena. It's so fun, and it started at 7 a.m., and it didn't end until 7 p.m., and it was 16 different demonstrations for our teams, and it was all free. So that was happening Saturday. In between that, I was sorting things for the BOGO sale and getting things ready to go and figuring out people's totals and sending out emails. And then yesterday I was off to Powell River for the day, so I got nothing done yesterday, but it was an amazing day stamping with my Powell River peeps. Yes, I had to take ferry both ways, but it was gorgeous. So now that I've told you what happened in my world, so today I'm like snowed under to here, but there's no better way to start your day out than stamping, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to flip you around here. There we go. So here's the card we're going to make today. It uses the Terrific Toadstool stamp set and coordinating punch and the Toadstool Gardens designer paper that is free during celebration. So that's this one and this one. Hang on. Let me take a drink and see if I can get rid of that rattle in my throat. Okay. Back to reality. So I also used the purple sequins, which are also free celebration, and the fresh freesia seam binding, which is also a celebration item. So the only thing this card is costing me, besides the stamps and punch, because that's an expense, but you can use it more than once, is a little bit of white cardstock, a card base, an inside piece. I even used a strip of the designer paper and an envelope. That's it. That's all it costs. So it's very cost effective. And right now you can earn the paper free with a $75 order, the sequins free with a $75 order, and the ribbon free with a $75 order. So I'm going to show you how I created this, and you may have seen a whole bunch of samples using this bundle, and there has been controversy over how to line up the stems, because I've seen people try to line them up like flowers, and they're not flowers. They need the stems to be attached to the inside of I think they call these flutes, right? I'm not quite sure, but the inside of the underneath, not underneath here. Let me get my pokey tool here. Not underneath there. They need to go here on top. So since I made this card, I saw a really cool method to do that with these ones and make your stems not look like they're stamped over top. So I just have to grab my light gray granite Stampin' Blends, because that's the color I use, and I'll show you how to do that, and hopefully it's going to work because I'm doing this on the fly. So I'm excited that my March classes are finally open for registration. The club class and monthly tutorial subscription is based around the Delightful Wishes bundle. So you're going to get the kits for these 3 cards. And if you're part of my subscription, you'll get the tutorial for this one. $20 gets you the 3 kits. $85 gets you the bundle, the Delightful Wishes bundle, plus the 3 kits for free. $100 gets you the bundle plus bees. Now, this does not qualify for celebration, I do not believe. Let me just have a look in my catalog. No, it's just slightly, it's $68.25, so it's just slightly short of qualifying for a celebration order item. But if you add the bees on, you will qualify for a celebration item. So $100 for the bundle and the bees, and you get the kits for free. $152 if you want the entire suite with or without the ribbon. And you can still get the kits for free, and you qualify for 2 celebration items. Hello, Wendy. And then, of course, there's the tutorial only option for $15. Yes, I changed the price after I made my poster. And the monthly tutorial subscription as well. And I'm starting something new in March. I'm going to do some Avid classes. They're going to vary between fun folds and techniques. This is not a class for new stampers. This is a class for more advanced stampers, but you don't have to totally be an avid stamper. Just have knowledge of fun folds and techniques a little bit. So this class is going to be different because I'm going to do the basic cutting for you, but we're going to do whatever cutting, scoring, whatever is required to make the fun folds in the class. So whether you do it with me in person or virtually with the kits, you will get basic kits and we'll do the rest together, because this class is to teach you how to make the fun fold. It is a hidden scenery Z fold. It is not to make the cards. The cards are not basic. They're still cute on the outside, but they're avid because when you open them up, well, this one anyways, when you open it up, you get a fun fold on the inside. The kits are only available in Canada, but if you live outside of Canada and you want to join me for the class, there is the $15 tutorial only option, but that's only available outside of Canada. Good morning, Tracy. So we will be using the toadstools and the Delightful Wishes bundle, but the cards are made so that you can use whatever you want. Oh, Wendy, did I say good morning to you? I don't remember. So good morning, Wendy. So the registration is open now. The link to register is in the description of the video, either up there, over there, down there, depends on where you're watching it. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, let's stamp. Are we ready? So in the comments, let me know how your weekend was. Did you get sunshine? Did you get to be crafty? Is it cold, snowy? How is it in your part of the world this weekend? I'm going to be using Poppy Parade, Granny Apple Green, Fresh Freesia, Gray Granite, and Memento to create this card. Fun and exciting. And the Gray Granite marker. And that's the part I'm hoping will work. Then we have the Terrific Toadstool bundle. It comes with a stamp set and a punch. And I'm going to be cutting out this area with the Nested Essentials dies. If you don't have these, then just cut yourself a piece of cardstock that is, let me measure it for you. Oops. That is 3 by 2 1/4. If you don't have the Nested Essential dies, they're not essential. Oh my God, it's going to be one of those days. And I'm going to finish off with the purple adhesive back sequins. These are free during celebration. Okay, so I did not put the measurements in the description of the video because I didn't have time this morning. And I also don't have the Share It Saturday to draw for because I didn't have time. So that'll happen Wednesday night during my Facebook Live. Tracy says sunny in Saskatchewan in a warming trend, which is lovely prep for a big gallon time. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Tracy. Okay, we are going to use basic white thick cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25 and folded in half, and it's a hamburger card. Oops, I'm losing my pieces here. Basic white 5.25 by 4 for the inside. Basic white. Basic white 3.25 by 2 5/8, and that's to do that die cut. Then apparently I lost a piece or I didn't prep it. Okay, so then I need a piece that is 1.5 by 3.5 to do the mushrooms, and I didn't get it out, so I'll be cutting that. 3/4 by 3 for the sentiment. The designer paper, oh, and gray granite, I have a piece that is 1/2 by 3 inches to punch out the 2 stems. The designer paper is 5.25 by 4. Then I cut another piece that is off of the bottom here. This one is 2 by 5.5. So this piece is 6 by 6, right? So this one you cut it at 4 inches first. That's your first cut. And that will give me that piece. And then you have 2 inches left over, and that's going to be that piece. And then this one I'm going to use on the inside, and that's your complete piece of 6 by 6 designer paper. No leftovers. And then I have 18 inches of the seam binding ribbon. Now I just have to grab my white because I totally forgot to do that piece to make the mushrooms. Okay, this stuff is full of static electricity and it's really difficult sometimes to work with. So if you lick your fingers or use a sponge or something on your fingers and just do this, it takes out that static long enough that you can work with it. And then unfortunately the static comes back, but by then you're already tied and on your way. Okay. Yep, can't pick that up. So this stuff's all ready to go. And I have to deal with this stuff. Okay, that I need to stamp. This I need to die cut. So that's the one I'm going to die cut my nested essential die out of. And then I'm going to stamp one mushroom in Poppy Parade. Good morning, Joanne. So I have to test my ink pad and see if it's inky enough. I think I re-inked it. And I'm also paying attention to the punch and how I'm going to be punching this out. So this you punch upside down. Like that. Oh yes, I did. I re-inked it. So you need one of those. And then we need a fresh freesia one. Now I pulled these colors right out of the designer paper. This one you also punch upside down. So let's just ink that up really good. And because these are photopolymer, if it's not dark enough, you can restamp it. Because apparently I didn't re-ink this one. So you just got to line up all your lines. Like that. Oh yeah. Of course, why would it be easy while I'm online, right? I just want it a little bit solider. Solider, is that a word? How about more solid? Let's see if I can do it this time. I am lining up my lines. And I'm taking more time to do this. There, that's better. Well, maybe not. It'll do. Okay. So I'm going to die cut that frame out. You guys are probably sitting there going, oh, good grief, woman. What in the world are you doing? Well, you know, sometimes things work and sometimes they don't. I'm just keeping it real, people, keeping it real. That one is good enough. But I will re-ink. I will re-ink. Now, does everybody know how to re-ink an ink pad? I'm not going to spend the time to do it if you know how, but if there is somebody out there that needs a refresher course on how to re-ink an ink pad, let me know because we can do that. Because apparently I'm going to be redoing my Fresh Freesia one. Okay, this punch does not punch with a white frame around it. It punches exactly over top. So you just kind of eyeball it where it should be. There's the first one. And then I'm going to move this along and I'm going to punch out another one. So this is the same thing. It doesn't punch out any white around the edge. There we are. And then I'm going to take my gray granite and we're going to punch out a couple of stems. There's one. There's two. Okay. So that's all that bit. Now let me find a stamping paper because we're going to stamp the grass. Those all need to go up there. Look, I was stamping with the Storybook Friends, apparently, last time I used this. Okay, I did make myself 2 masks for the grass. So I can overlap the grass and have those mushrooms in behind the hill. So start with Granny Apple Green. Come on, let go. Granny Apple Green Hill. There we are. And I'm going to stamp whichever one you want to be in the front, you put first. So I've got mine. You probably can't see because it blended in really well. But I'm going to stamp this corner first. And I'm going to make sure I go down far enough that the grass goes right to the bottom. There we are. Now I'm going to take one of my masks and put it on top, just slightly below the edge of that stamped image. This is our masking paper and it's thinner than Post-it notes. So you don't have to go down quite as far to avoid that white void that happens in there. Okay, now this I'm going to, I think, move it over a little bit because I kind of want that nice little funky dipsy doodle happening right there. So that gives me my grass and one is overlapped above the other one. And then I'm going to take the mask and move it over to this area because now I'm going to stamp the stems. And when I'm doing these little mushrooms, I always stamp the stems first, only because then I know how far up the caps need to meet. I was going to say bonnets. They're not bonnets. Where did I get that? They're caps. Okay, so this is gray granite ink, and I want my purple one to be about there. And I want my red one to be about there. So that tells me where I can stamp this to leave room to put the caps on. Okay, let's just go right about there. I might be up a bit high, but that's okay. Okay, now I'm going to grab my Poppy Parade again, and we're going to stamp the caps on. I keep wanting to say bonnet. Where the heck did that come from? Good Lord. Okay, comes our bonnets. And when I stamp them, you can see on the stamp, do this. You can see on the stamp it has those ovals in there. Let me get my pokey tool right there. See that oval right there? That's where your stem goes up inside the cap. So you need to get your stem so it goes, you need to get your stems far enough down that they go up inside that cap. Like that. That's how you build a mushroom. Now, this is the part I'm going to experiment with. So I'm just going to grab, I want to see if this is going to work first before I play with my card and see if, because I just read this the other day, that this is a really cool way of doing this. So there's my stem. Love the bonnet. You know, some days the words are just too hard. Okay, I'm going to stamp my caps on top, making sure that I get them lined up with the stems in the holes, like that. So there I have them stamped. Now I'm going to take my Stampin' Blend and go over top of this. Hopefully it's going to make that darker. Now I pulled out the light one and I might have to get the dark one. We're going to see. No, not dark. Get the dark gray granite and just go over top like that. And that fixes that issue with it not looking like the stem goes inside. I didn't want it looking like it was stamped on top of the caps, which it is. So I'm going to do it with this one because I kind of like that effect. And you don't have to go back and forth, just a quick downward motion. And there we are. And of course, you'll take your time and not go outside the lines, but you know, some days the creativity gods have other ideas for me. Okay, let's get the sentiment stamped in Memento, and I'm going to keep it over to the left-hand side because I diagonal cut that because I thought that kind of looks like it's popping up, right? I know. It's the small things that amuse me some days. So if you, ooh, I re-inked my Memento. Look how nice and black that is. Good morning, Nadine. So now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to diagonal cut that in any angle I want. If you participated in my BOGO event on Wednesday and or Friday, the local stuff is ready to go, so you can pick it up anytime. I've emailed everybody and told them how much their totals are. So as soon as you get your orders in, you can pick yours up, and I will pop them in the mail, hopefully Wednesday morning when I'm out. Oh, I didn't do the envelope and the inside, so let's do that. I'm nattering so much that I'm forgetting to do stuff inside an envelope. So I'm going to create another little scene. Start with my grass. And you can see on the inside, I stamped that over top. And I'm going to try the gray granite trick with it. So we need some grass first. And I'm going to need to re-ink my Granny Apple Green ink pad too. This stamp set needs juicy ink pads, and it uses a lot of ink. That's not what I want. This is what I want. Let's not stamp your card base. When you're stamping your grass, make sure you're down past the bottom of whatever you're stamping on, because that way you don't have grass that's hanging. You don't want hanging grass. Okay, now we have Granny Apple, Gray Granite. Hello, Blondie. And the other stem. Now, I'm going to switch this up because I want to use this stem, because I think it's kind of neat. Got like a skirt on it. Can you see that? Nope. It's got a skirt on there. Okay, and we have, this one might be really difficult to do that funky technique with, but we'll see. And it goes the other way. I'm hesitating because I'm thinking, nope, let's do it. I was going to put it in behind, but I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to stamp it again if I can get it lined up. If I can get it lined up. It's all about taking your time. Oh, look, that worked really well. Cool. Okay, inside piece. Let's do that. The other stem angles the other way. And I don't know why I didn't use this one when I created the original card. I have no idea. So I will not be live tomorrow night, which is Tuesday night, on my page or in my VIP group or on YouTube, because I'm live in the private Spring 2025 Creative Escapes bundle. Where's my fresh freezy though? Oh yeah. In our Creative Escapes private group. So if you are part of the escape, make sure you have joined our private group, and I will be demonstrating a beautiful butterfly class tomorrow, or card tomorrow. There we go. Right over top like that. And because I haven't re-inked this yet, I'm going to try to double stamp it. And I apologize for it being down so far, but if I don't, I can't get the lines lined up. Okay, so there's that. There's that. Move it around. No, go up. There we go. Much better. Now on the envelope. I'm only going to do it once on the envelope because, you know, most people throw the envelopes away anyways, right? There we are. I'll go back and do it afterwards. Okay, now on the inside, let's just take that dark gray granite and just put some ink right at the top. It just makes this less opaque. And at the bottom. That's cool. I love how that works. Okay, there you go. Can you see how much better that looks? It looks like the cap is not doing something weird by flying on top or something. I don't know. Makes my heart happy. And that's all it's about, right? And what's my word for 2025? Inspire. So hopefully I will inspire you to grab this bundle and give these cute cards a try. Now, this bundle is, where's my catalog? This bundle is page 53. Oh, I tried not to do that. Hello, Margaret from North Carolina. Oh, you got the set and love it? Me too. It's amazing. Okay, so it's on page 53. The bundle is $53. Excuse me. So you do have to add a bit to get a celebration item from that. But if you want to get an inexpensive bundle, this is it. Okay, that's going on the inside. Now we're going to take this designer paper and wrap the ribbon around it. Silicone mat, ribbon. I'm going to have to do that, but I do have to put this on first. Just about forgot to put my other designer paper on it. Eek. That wouldn't have been good. Well, we would have. We would have faked it and made it work, right? So make sure your mushrooms, when you're using this paper, make sure your mushrooms are the right way up. Ask me how I know. And of course, I can't use my grid paper. Oh, maybe I can. Let's see if I can get this straight. And I want it to be about that far up. And this is too long because I left it at the 6 inches, because I like having enough so that it goes right to the edge, and then I just trim off the excess. Hello, Janet. Janet loves it too. I tell you, it is a very nice bundle. And it's whimsical, and who doesn't love whimsical? Okay, so I'm wrapping my seam binding around here, maybe. Apparently this is going to be a ribbon challenge, or a ribbon challenge day, as well as a word challenge day. Okay, that one doesn't wrap around mullet. Come on. And I put adhesive back there so that it will stay when I wrap it around. Okay, I've got it centered. So just let me make sure that it's, I'm sorry, I'm OCD, and this is what I do. This is what I do. Make sure that it's, yep, straight now. Okay. Now, because I have adhesive on there, I am just going to give this a light. Am I going to, no, I got to get it more on this side, or I won't have enough to tie that bow. I just have to, come on, let go. Move it over a little bit. And now I probably moved it over too far. Let's see. That's better. Okay, so I've got it on there, and I'm just going to do it loosely, because when I'm using designer paper with ribbon wrapped around it, it's hard to do your any tying because it won't sit still. So I put it onto my card first, and then I tie the bow or the knot, whatever I'm doing. But this is not straight, so I've just got to straighten this out a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to grab 2 pieces. Oh, such a mess over there. When I got home yesterday from Powell River, I just threw everything in my craft room, and now I have to deal with it all. And I am not the type of person that can craft in a messy space. If I'm creating and I'm using all the products, yes, I can do that. But I can't just leave random stuff out and then create something else. My brain just doesn't work that way. But that's okay. It means I get a nice clean craft room. Okay, so this is going to go on here. So let me pull off. Wendy's got a hair straightener at the secondhand store. It works great for wrinkly ribbons. Oh, that's awesome. What a good idea. There you go. You got a tip from Wendy today. Get a hair straightener from the dollar store, from the secondhand store, and straighten your ribbon. There we are. Okay, now this is going to go onto my card front. Move that out of the way. Make sure my ribbon is not caught underneath. Well, at least I'm getting things straight today. That's a bonus. Hi, Margaret from North Carolina. Did I say that? I think I said hi to you. But hello. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. If you're enjoying my video, could you hit those emojis if you're watching on Facebook, please? And thank you. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel is what I'm trying to get out. Okay, I'm just making sure that where I'm going to put that bow is where it's going to work. So now I'm going to hold that with my reverse tweezers and then tie a knot, because then it's so much easier to tie a bow after you tie a knot. And this ribbon is nice and thin, so you can do that. Okay, now going sideways, because that's the way I want my bow to be. And we're just going to tie. Okay, now I've got tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree going through my head. Does that happen to anybody else? Are you like randomly speaking and then words will trigger a song in your head? My grandchildren roll their eyes when that happens, because it happens to me a lot. And it's not like I know the entire song and can go on to sing it. I just know a few lyrics and then life carries on. It's really cool in class sometimes we'll do that, and the ladies who will burst out into song in the middle of class, and there we are. We're singing the whole song. I'm just trying to make my bow look pretty now. It's a little lopsided, but I'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, now this goes up. Did I put it on dimensionals? No, I did not put it on dimensionals. It is flat. And I don't usually do flat over ribbon, but this ribbon is so thin that you can do that. Not okay? Nope. Needs to be over to the left just a tad. And that's better. But you could put that on dimensionals. I'm going to put my mushrooms on dimensionals. That's why I'm not putting this on dimensionals. Okay. Grab some dimensionals for the sentiment, which is going to go up there. And the mushroom caps. There we are. And then I'll do the stems in a bit. Well, I'll probably do them now, because then I can attach them and know how far they're going to go down. So I want one stem going one way, and I want one stem going the other way. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the end. Oh, apparently my glue is overindulging itself this morning. There we are. Oh, just fell on the floor. I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I already have a couple of pieces. Let's see if they're going to be long enough. Yep. They will do. Okay. So now I'm going to take my stems and orient them in the center of that mushroom, and then put it on here so I know at which angle I want the mushroom cap. There we go. And do the same thing with this one. You don't want it up too high. Stuck to my finger, not to the mushroom. that one's going to go on there. Like that. It's going to go on there like that. Perfect. Okay. Take the bits off. Well, anybody got big plans for the day? I will be finishing up the BOGO stuff, getting the orders put in, and then I've got 2 cards prepped for the Creative Escape, so I have 4 more to go, and I'm getting there. There we go. Now, need Winky, but I have to be very careful. Ooh, that Winky's not working. I think it's almost time for a new one. There we go. Have to be careful when you're putting Winky on these if you've used a red or any of the more vibrant colors, because you can reactivate your ink. So you don't want to go over top of your white areas, or you'll have this big red blotchy mess, which is never good when you have such detailed dyes. Oh, and now I've got red on there, so I'm just going to clean it off in my corner and switch to the fresh freesia. And I'm just adding a little bit here and there, not all over the whole thing. There we go. Perfect. And maybe just strip down the middle of the stem. Now we can put the sentiment on, and then we have it the bling to put on. It's not going to be straight. Nope. I spoke too soon. There we go. Margaret is working on Valentine's cards. That's awesome. I got mine all done. I'm so excited. It's all ready I have to pop it in the mail to our grandchildren because it's got to go north. Okay, now we're going to trim the tails on my ribbon. Come on. All right. Trimming the tails, living the dream. And we're going to add some purple adhesive back sequins. Oh, I didn't put the strip on the inside. Got to do that. Okay. Let's just pop. Oh, there's a bigger one over there. And a little one up here. There we are. Oh, they're free. Let's add more. That one down there. And we'll put another one up here. There we go. You know what would be cute on this is tiny bee trim. Oh, let's grab some of those. And you know that I have them already on dots of Tombow glue inside my case, so that they're all ready to go. And all I have to do is pick it up with my take your pick or my pokey tool and just pop it on there, and it's already ready to stick. Aw, thanks, Margaret. Let's put this on the inside. Right way up. This is going to go right there. And it is 4 inches because of the way we cut the designer paper. So it's ready to go. Half an inch. No, 3/4 of an inch by 4. And you might as well use it because, you got it left over. It's going right on the edge, right from top to bottom, like that. So there we go. There's where did I put my envelope? Some days. There we go. There is our card. Isn't that adorable? Totally adorable mushroom. Wouldn't somebody just love to get one of these to brighten up their day? Don't forget to hit those emojis. Excuse me, dry mouth. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching. Don't forget about my classes that are open now. The monthly class, tutorial subscription, and club cards are all around Delightful Wishes. So there is a bunch of different ways to enjoy that class. And I've got this thing so I can read them to you. So in person is Saturday, March the 8th for the club. No, for the class and the monthly tutorial. Virtual is Thursday, March the 6th, and club is Friday the 7th. So virtual on the 6th, club on the 7th, in person on the 8th of March. And then I get on a plane and I go to Raleigh, North Carolina. Yay! I'm excited. So if you want to register for that, the links are in if you hit that Linktree link in the description, it'll take you to the spots to register for that. And then there is my Hidden Scenery Z Fun Fold Avid class that I am resurrecting. In March, it's going to be on in person Saturday, March the 22nd. And virtual is March the 20th. It's a Thursday night. $20 for 2 kits. That gets you the basic cutting done. And then we're going to do all of the fun fold related cutting and scoring together so that you come out of the class knowing how to make that fun fold, not how to make the card. Well, you'll learn how to make the card, but the card is secondary to the fun fold. And this is something that I am hoping to do every month now, either a fun fold or a technique. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for all your kind comments. I do appreciate them. And I will see you soon in my craft room. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.